Step number 2, create your Twitter profile handle and your first 20 tweets. So let's walk through these step by step. First of all, create your Twitter profile. Make sure you have a good picture of yourself. There's no excuse for this at all today, for not having a good picture of yourself. You have a phone, you can take a selfie. If your profile is all about family, then I would do one of you and your wife, a headshot of you and your wife or you and your husband. If it's about, whatever it is, right? You can do some kind of profile picture about that, or you can just do a simple smiling headshot of yourself. But keep in mind, most of the time when people see this picture, it's going to be very tiny on a mobile device looking at your profile on Twitter, so you definitely want it to be a headshot where they can really see your face, see your facial expression, maybe one other thing in the picture. Mine right now, for instance, is me with a microphone right here, and I do that because I want people to understand that I do podcast episodes and content like this, and that's what I'm all about. And so right now, that's what I'm promoting on Twitter, and so that's my profile picture. So have a good profile picture. Make sure you also update your bio. My bio is pretty similar on every social platform. I kind of start out by listing who I am, and I just say, for instance, my profile on Twitter, I think right now it says Christian, husband, father, CEO of ccsalespro.com. Then I think it says blogger, entrepreneur, and loving every minute of this crazy life. Something like that. So you kind of get the idea. You start off by saying kind of who you are. What are you? Are you a father? Are you a husband? Are you a entrepreneur? What word would you use to describe yourself, and kind of list those out in order as far as what identifies you the most. And again, you've got to keep your target market in mind. People are going to see that. That's what's going to make them want to follow you. I would also make sure you have some creative copy towards the end of it, like I have, loving every minute of this crazy life. That really I spend a lot of time on that one sentence. And you might think, well, my goodness, James, why would you do that? Because got me 175,000 followers on Twitter, which is making me a lot of money. So spend some time on that. Talk to your spouse, significant other, friends, figure out the right profile and say, does this really describe me in a favorable way? But that sentence is important to me because it's really true. I'm loving every minute of life. That's who I am. But I also add in there this crazy life, because anybody that knows me will tell you that I have a crazy life. My wife and I are both like go, 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 constantly doing things. And so that really describes me very well. You want to have something in your bio that describes you very well and in a way that's going to connect you with the people who you want to have follow you on Twitter. Now, complete your profile. Now it's time. You also got to pick out your Twitter handle. Be creative here, okay? When you go to open up your Twitter account, it's going to recommend that you use your first name followed by random numbers, Ryan784362, and that's your Twitter handle. Don't do that. Don't accept that. You can create your own custom Twitter handle. Make sure it's all letters, okay, number one. I would say it needs to be all letters unless there's you want to use the number 2 instead of TO. But, all letters, and come up with something creative that says who you are. For instance, mine right now on Twitter is Sales Pro James. Sales Pro James. Well, that's who I am. I'm a sales professional. And so that's who I am. I'm a sales pro. And that, it also has my name in there. So that's what I like. I like stuff like that says something about you, and then it also has your first name in there, but using all letters. Last part of this step, which honestly might seem a little bit like a waste of time to you initially, is you got to create those first 20 tweets, those first 20 tweets. Now, I'm going to get into how to create tweets in the next step, but the reason that you want to do this is because you want to create these tweets so that when people come to your profile, it doesn't look like you're brand new to Twitter, because they can scroll down through a few of these and they can see some tweets that you already have. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk more about creating the right type of tweet that's going to be shareable, that's going to have the content that you want.